Breaking news today. Putin promises to support Russian military who defend the country on Orthodox Christmas. On the eve of Orthodox Christmas, President Vladimir Putin made a solemn promise to support Russian soldiers who protect the country's interests with arms in hands. He also urged his people to be merciful and just, and ordered his government to provide stronger assistance to the fighting forces. When speaking to the families of Russian servicemen killed in Ukraine, Putin said, "Many of our men are courageous, heroic guys, Russian warriors, even now, on this holiday, defend the interests of our country with arms in hand." This was during a late Saturday meeting, what Kiev and its Western allies saw as an aggressive imperialist territorial grab. Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. As neither side has made substantial advances along the front line in nearly 2 years of fighting, the focus has switched to increasing air raids on each other's areas, resulting in thousands of deaths and millions of displacements. Afterwards on Saturday, the Russian leader attended a private midnight ceremony, the Divine Liturgy, in a chapel at his Novo-Ogoryovo residence outside of Moscow with a small group of soldiers' families. As shown on state media, unlike last year, Putin did not request a truce in Ukraine to be observed on January 6 to 7, coinciding with the festival that many Orthodox Christians observe on Saturday. A Russian-installed official accused Kiev of shelling portions of Donetsk, which is now under Moscow's control, while Ukraine said that a missile strike killed 11 people and injured 10 in and around the eastern Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk. Putin, who is campaigning for re-election in March by reducing the harsh rhetoric of his speeches to emphasize traditional values and togetherness, has directed his government to provide more aid to the families of fallen soldiers. In his address to the families, he emphasized the need of a clear signal to his colleagues across the Russian Federation, regardless of their level of authority. He hoped that their presence would serve as a constant reminder that his colleagues were at their side. Truth, kindness, and equity. Putin urged Russians to uphold the unshakable principles of goodness, mercy and justice in an additional greeting posted on the Kremlin website. He also asked the Russian Orthodox Church to assist in fortifying the institution of families and patriotism. Why enlisting the support of the Orthodox Church, Putin has been able to further his conservative ideology and his image of a Russian world that stands in stark contrast to the West, which he views as corrupt and irreverent. Following suit, Russia outlawed the international LGBT social movement in 2017 on the pretext of extremism, reflecting a contemporary trend. During a service on Orthodox Christmas Eve, attendees were allowed to worship in front of Andrei Rublev's Trinity icon, Russia's most famous religious painting from the 15th century, which was brought out of storage and shown in Moscow's Christ the Savior Cathedral. Russian Orthodox Church Patriarch Kirill lowered his head in reverence before the artwork and, with the use of a censer, sprinkled incense while worshippers crossed themselves. The fragile artwork was reportedly transported to the cathedral the night prior in temperatures of -20 Celsius, -4 Fahrenheit, and displayed in a standard glass case without any further protection to control the humidity or temperature, according to the BBC Russian service. Cultural experts were opposed to Putin's decision to transfer the artwork from Moscow's Tretyakov Museum to the Orthodox Church last year due to preservation concerns. Despite President Volodymyr Zelensky's July edict changing the Christmas holiday from January 7 to December 25 in an effort to renounce Russian heritage, Christmas services were still held in Ukrainian regions under Russian influence. The mayor of Belgorod, Russia, Valentin Demidov, announced the cancellation of Christmas Eve services. The city was the site of the bloodiest cross-border strike on the Ukrainian side of the conflict, which claimed the lives of 25 people on December 30. Continuing occasional rocket attacks throughout the last week have cast a pall over the city's New Year's and Christmas festivities. Despite its proximity to the Ukrainian border, only 25 miles, or 40 kilometers. Leslie Adler edited the story. Reuters reported from Moscow, Maria Starkova from Lviv, and Lydia Kelly from Melbourne.